Let's see how a stepper motor can be interfaced with 8051. Okay, so at first, what's a motor? A motor is a device that converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. And a stepper motor is a device that does the same task but in steps. Okay, so it is a brushless synchronous electric motor that can divide the complete rotation into number of steps. The stepper motor generally have a permanent magnet shaft and it is surrounded by the stator. So the best feature of this type of motor is that motor's angular position can be accurately controlled without any feedback mechanism. Okay, so it works in a simple, accurate open loop system where the output is directly dependent on the input. So a stepper motor rotates at small angles to complete the 360-degree rotation, and these small angles are called steps. Hence the name stepper motor. So typically a stepper motor consists of 200 steps. So this 200 steps equal to 360 degree, and so one step equal to 360 by 200, that is equal to 1.8 degree. So therefore every step is 1.8 degree. So a high and low pulses are provided to the stator coil of the stepper motor. So here we are using a 4-coil stator. So the angle of each step is decided by the step in the rotor and its alignment with the stator. So in case 200 steps motor, so the step angle is 1.8 degree, and in case of an 8-step rotor, if it is an 8-step rotor, then 360 divided by 8, it will be 45 degree. Okay, that is how it works. And this can be a unipolar stepper motor or it can be a bipolar stepper motor. So these are the two different types of stepper motors. And working of a stepper motor. So when we come to the working, it works on the principle of magnetic attraction and repulsion. So the coils of stator are placed on electromagnets which are energized and de-energized by the pulses of the microcontroller. It creates magnetic north and south on the stator poles, and the rotor is mounted on a permanent magnet having a permanent S and N marked. Okay. So the sequence in which the coils are excited to form the poles causes the rotor to attract one pair of stator pole and repel the other, causing the motion in the shaft and load connected to it. Okay. So the sequence on which the coil are energized can be of 3 different modes, that is a wave drive mode, full drive and half drive. So there are 3 different modes. In the wave drive mode, actually one coil is energized at a time. All the 4 other coils are energized one after the other in a sequence. So in terms of power consumption, this mode is power saver, but the torque produced is less as compared to full drive mode. Okay, so we can write it like a table. In each step how it varies. So this is A, B, C, D, or 4 stators and steps. In step 1, the first one, the A is energized and other 3 are 0, and here in step 2 this is 0 and D is energized, and step 3 this one is energized and all others are zeros, and in the 4th step 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is how we energize the coils. So what is a hex equivalent of these values? This is 08 hex equivalent. 08, and this one is 04, and this one is 02, and this one is 01. So these are the values which we are going to fed to the port. This what we are talking about is a wave drive. In full wave drive, what happens? 2 coils are energized at a time. So logic 1 is given to 2 coils at the same time. So this results in higher torque, but the power consumption also increases and the precision of the stepper motor increases twice. So here then it will be like 1 and A and B both will be 1 1 0 0, and in the next step it will be 1 1 0 0, and the next step it will be 1 1 0, and in the last step it will be 1 1. Okay, then the hex values will change. It will be what? This is 0 C, and the next value will be 0 6, and the next value will be 0 3, and next value will be 0 9. Okay, so this value will be given to the ports. So this is about full drive. And in half drive mode, this mode works on actually alternate energizing principle. That is, at one moment only one coil is energized, but in the very next moment 2 coils are energized. Again back to 1. So this sequence is repeated so as to make the motor more power efficient while maintaining a high torque and increases the angular rotation of the motor. So it will be like there will be around 8 steps. So first 1 0 0 0, then 1 1 0 0, then 0 1 0 0, then 0 1 1 0. So there will be 8 values. Okay, then here you can see that is how we give the values to the port to energize our to energize our motor. And we can see a driver IC here, ULN 2003. So ULN 003 is actually a amplifier, because we know that stepper motor consumes a current of like 1 ampere or so, but our 8051 cannot produce that much current. So we use a driver to amplify the input, whatever input they get from the 8051. So either you can use a motor driver like L239D, or then you can go for a current amplifier IC like ULN 2003A. Okay, so here we chose this one. So let's start with the assembly code for the stepper motor interfacing with the 8051. For that, first we select the timer. Any timer you can select. It can be timer 0 or timer 1. So here I chose timer 0 in mode 1. Okay, so for that I've given the value 0 1 to the timer mode register. So now in timer mode the value will be 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. It means that, see, timer 1 I am not using, I am using timer 0 and in the mode 1. Now the values which we got in the table, ABCD table, what the values we got were 0 8, then 0 4, then 0 2 and 0 1 for the wave mode. Okay, I hope you remember. So in the wave mode, these are the values which we got. So we have to move these values to port to energize that particular coil. Okay, for energizing AA, we need to give 0 8. So now let's see. First step is moving that P2, moving that 0 8 to P2 and then call a delay. Again moving the next value to P2 and then calling delay. Moving the next value to P2 and calling delay. Again the last value to P2 and call the delay. At the end, SJump back to L1. So we repeat this process. So the motor will keep on rotating. So why we go for a delay? So delay is a time taken. We give a time from one to the next stage. We give a time. So that time can be calculated by converting the time which you are planning to keep that step. You convert that to hex value and fed it to the timer lower bit and higher bit of the timer 0. So here the lower bit and the higher bit of the the lower and higher bit of the timer is fed with the values 18 and FC. So it's FC 18. So the count starts from FC 18. So you know how the conversion of the time to the hex value. So this is actually the time for 1 millisecond, and I am planning to repeat this loop for 200 times. So I gave the value 200 in register R0. Okay, so this delay is actually for 1 millisecond and I want to repeat this 200 times to get 200 millisecond delay. So what is happening inside the delay? First, I fed the value TH0 and TL0 to TH0 and TL0 with the values 18 and FC. Then set BTR0, you know why we give set BTR0, that is to turn on the timer 0. Now the timer 0 started working, and then we are checking the timer flag JNB TF0. So when the TF0, when this JNB TF0 become 1, it become 1 only once the timer reaches the maximum. So once the timer reaches the maximum count, then this TF0 bit will become 1. So till that time, so till the timer reaches the maximum value, it will wait in this particular step. And once the timer reaches the maximum, once the timer count is over, it will clear the timer 0, it will clear the timer flag, and then it jumps to the decrement and jump on non-zero R0 back. So now after the first step, after the first, once the loop is completed once, the value of R0 become from 200, it will become 199, and again it will jump back to this step. Again we will feed the timer with these values. Again the timer will turn on, and it will wait till the timer is done with the counting, and then it again clear the timer, again it clears the timer flag, and then again decrement, and this steps repeats 200 times. So once it comes out, like when R0 becomes 0, it will go back to the main program. So we have the return here, RET is here. So it jumps and come to the next step. So first step is move P2, 08. It goes for the delay, and it will jump to the delay loop, and the whole loop, after repeating it 200 times, the return command is here, and then it returns back to move P2, 04. Again a delay is called, it goes back, and the process repeats. So this is how the stepper motor works. Hope you understood.